Good morning, this is Elaine with Elaine's Custom Cards, and today, get this straightened out for you, we are going to be doing this particular card, and it is very, very simple. So let me tell you what products we're using. The paper is from Regency Park 6x6 designer series paper. I'm using a flower print and then the cane weave print. This is balmy blue. So we're using that. And then we're using, for this die cut, I'm using the Sentimental Park dies, and it's going to be this particular die right here. And then for the inside, I've already got this done. I took this particular die from the Scalloped Contours dies, and I cut this out of the center. It's like this. So I can use this on another card, like for instance I made this card and used one of these on the front of that card. Okay? So then I took this balmy blue piece, is 5 by 3 3/4. All this will be on my blog, so you don't have to worry about remembering it all. This piece is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. Okay? And I went ahead and stamped it, and I'll show you how I stamped these flowers. But first of all, let's take our pieces here. This piece has petal pink, balmy blue, and night of navy on it, and basic white. And the other side is, let's see, what color is that? This yellow looks like Mango Melody. Okay, we're using the flowered side. And then this is balmy blue, and then flowers on the other side. These pieces go like this, and instead of doing a mat on here, I cut these down to where they'd fit with a 1/16 inch gap between this piece and these pieces, and then around the edges. So the first thing we're going to do is glue this piece, which is 3/4 of an inch by 4 1/8. So let's glue that on the left. And all these directions, sizes, cutting directions are on my blog. And you can find my blog just with the down arrow, and there's a link to my blog. There's a link to my online store if you're interested in purchasing any of these. I'll tell you the stamp sets really quick. Sentimental Park, Petal Park, and Happiness Abounds. And I'll have that listed on my supply list for you. Okay, then we're going to take this piece, and it's 2 inches wide by 4 1/8. So we'll glue that down next. Tried to have enough of this done that this video didn't take a long time. It's just mostly showing you how to put this together. So we're going to leave about a 1/16 of an inch here, and then on the edges there. Okay, and then this piece is 2 1/2 inches by 4 1/8. And we're going to glue it right next to this one, leaving that 1/16 inch gap. Just like so. Okay? Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and take this piece. I've already glued this together. You can use a whole sheet of cardstock here instead of cutting the center out. It's up to you. I just thought I wanted that centerpiece for another card. So let's go ahead and glue this on to the inside. I used, this card base is Night of Navy. I stamped my sentiments in Night of Navy. Okay. So there's the inside of the card. Now this piece is petal pink. I stamped with Night of Navy. I put Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. I like to close my glue so it doesn't get dry. Okay. So you can put this wherever you want. I put it in the lower section. Just want to make sure that it doesn't go over this edge. But you can get it as close as you want to it. So you just want to make sure it's even this way. And this Designer Series paper has kind of lines, so it's pretty easy to line it up if you got this piece straight. And then I took some of this Night of Navy ribbon that's in the mini catalog. And I put a glue dot on the back. And I just glued it right on the corner here, just like so. Okay. And then the last thing I did was these adhesive backed milky dots. You can use whatever color you want. I used the Night of Navy ones, the small ones, and just I put them in the centers of these flowers, but there's none of those flowers except this one, so you could put one there. And then I just randomly decided I'd just put them different places on here. So let's put one over here, and put another one, where do you think? Right about there? Let's put it there. So there's your card for today. Inside. Now I'm going to show you how I stamp this. We'll do it on the envelope. Let me get one of my pads, because these are photopolymer stamps. So let's get this out here. I try to put that flap up. Excuse me. First thing we're going to do is take our Night of Navy ink. Okay. Put it there. I forgot to tape these down so they didn't move all over the place. I like to do my outline stamp first, because then it's easier for me to do the inside color part. So let's go ahead and ink this up. I've got two cards, so we'll do both envelopes. So let's do this like that. Okay. We'll go ahead and do the other envelope while we're stamping. So I have one for each card, like so. And then we're going to take this, which is, there's 3 stamps hooked together. This stamp came from Sentimental Park, which is these two. And this stamp came from Petal Park, which is this grouping right here. And I only want this one. So I'm going to get on the corner here. And let's see how I did that. I'm going to put one here. And another one right there. So you just got more of a grouping. There's that. Let's go ahead and do this one. And here. And another one right here. Okay. Then we're going to close our ink pad so we don't get ink all over us. Take our balmy blue. Let that dry a little bit. this one and take this grouping, which is the fill-in stamp. Like I said, I found it much easier for me to stamp the dark ink first, because then it was easier for me to line this up like so. Okay, so this is what I did to the inside of the card. It's the very same technique. So we'll put this on there, ink on there, line that up like so. Okay, there's those. Now, I took my petal pink, and one thing I discovered with this is that we need to clean off the stamp after each time we stamp, because it transfers some of the ink from here to here and then goes onto the ink pad. So, my cleaner out. So let's take this. I didn't like it on the corner of my ink pad. So we'll ink this up. Get it lined up and stamp. And then wipe it off. Let it dry. Like so. Do it again for this flower. And that way you don't have a naked envelope. You could probably just do, see how that transfers? I don't want that on my ink pad, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, I discovered that kind of by accident. Let's stamp this one. Get that off. Clean it off. I just didn't like that dark ink on my light petal pink ink pad. Stamp that. I like to clean my ink, my stamps off, so I have less staining. I mean, it stains a little, but I try to clean mine as soon as I'm finished stamping, so that I don't have too much residual ink on there. So there's that. So now you have, or in my case, I have 2 cards with matching envelopes ready to give to somebody for their birthday. So there's that one and that one. Very simple cards. Doesn't require a lot of paper and cardstock. Very minimal. I hope you like these cards. Like I said, all the directions are instruction sheets on my blog. Push the down arrow. You can order these products by shopping. There's a link to my online store, or if you go into my blog, there's a Shop Now button. And right now we're still in celebration, so you can get products for free. You could get one of the mini Stampin' Right cutting machines, embossing machine, or there's a number of other things, different designer series paper and stamp sets. And there's a link in my blog to the different catalogs, and the celebration catalog is in there also. And then the mini catalog, there's a link to that, and the annual catalog. So I hope you have a blessed day. Have fun stamping. Please like, subscribe, and share my video. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a blessed day.